Basketball Champions League America action about to get set as we've got a massive matchup to open Group D play live from Estadio Angel Sandrin in Cordoba, Argentina. Sam Brief here with you on the call, soon to be joined by the great Andrew Hunt. Hope all of you are having a lovely Saturday evening. So, a matchup of one of Brazil's top squads in Franca, a team that won the BCL Americas and the FIBA Intercontinental Cup in 2023, taking on an Argentine squad in Instituto that's the reigning champions of the Liga Sudamerica, runners-up in the domestic league last year, and they are looking to make it out of the group stage for the first time since 2020. Andres Bartel, Daniel Garcia, and Carmelo de la Rosa Alvarez are officials today, as we're just minutes away from tip-off between Instituto and Franka. Squads are meeting tonight for just the fifth time in their program histories. 3 of the previous 4 won by Franka, all of them back in 2018 in that year's Liga Sudamerica. Instituto head coach Lucas Victoriano leads this squad that is riding a bit of a hot streak. Won the Liga Sudamerica last year, runners-up in the domestic league that same year, but they haven't advanced past the group stage since 2020 in the BCL Americas. So in their 4th appearance, looking to get a nice start tonight in Group D. And here you get a nice look at Franka and the starting lineup for head coach Helinho Rubens. And they've got Didi Luzauda, the captain Jorginho de Paula, Wesley Ferreira, alongside David Jackson in the starting lineup. Coach Rubens looking to get his team back to the promised land. 2023 was magical. They coasted the championship in the BCL Americas and then took gold at the FIBA Intercontinental Cup. But uphill climb last year in the BCLA. Eliminated in the quarterfinals. So looking to get the monkey off their back as they look to become just the second multi-champion in the history of the BCL Americas. Tough task in front of them against an Instituto team that features this starting lineup tonight. In the front court, Nicola Pomoli and Bautista Lugarini, joined by Javier Saiz. This is a very big team. Saiz, 30-year-old from Argentina, 6'10", a beast in the paint, averaging 10.5 points a game in the Liga Sudamerica last year. So he'll be a tall task for this Franca team with an edge in experience. But of course, Instituto, in their home nation of Argentina, on their home floor in Cordoba, with the crowd on their side. Again, Sam Brief with you on the call tonight. Hope you are doing well as we get set for action. The nightcap tonight will feature Minas against Quimsa, as Quimsa looks to make it back-to-back championships. Another Argentinian versus Brazilian matchup, but first, we are just about underway for the first matchup between Franca and Instituto in 6 years. A rivalry reignited, and the start of Group D play at the Basketball Champions League Americas. Let's strap in. Here we go. Franca, led by their head coach Helinho Rubens, with a veteran lineup averaging 28 years per player. And that one lost in the corner, an early turnover for Franca. Gives it away to Instituto. So here comes Instituto flying down the floor. Pomoli in the backcourt with a handoff over to Copello. Driving in, Lugarini. Little step back that falls into the hands of De Paula. And then stolen right back. And it's Lugarini for the deuce. So nice start in front of the home crowd for the Cordoba-based Instituto. De Paula. Little kick out. Finally some space for Ludaza for three. And he drains it. So first bucket of the day for Franka as they retake the lead. And around the perimeter, here goes Instituto. Guerra. Carving inside, little kickoff, back to Guerra for two. And back-to-back buckets for Instituto. 2023 champions of La Liga Sudamerica. Looking to make it past group play stage for the first time since 2020 in the BCLA. Lozada with a step-back three, not this time. And rebound, tips out to Instituto. Quick back the other way, it's Guerra for two. And Instituto balloons that lead out. Hear the chanting of the home crowd. Fired up as they take on their Brazilian rival for the first time in 5 years. The kick out. Lozada again, and he's 1 for 3 in the early going. It's been a lot from Didi Lozada, one of the returners for Franka, averaging 11 points a game this season. A little dump off picked by Lozada. Here comes American-born David Jackson for the tray. All tied up on a pair of threes. First Lozada, then Jackson. Copello, little hook shot that really never had a chance, and all the points for Instituto inside three-point line, and for Franka all outside as Hetzheimer misses, and here comes Instituto. Quick the other way into the corner. Up top, Saiz. Here's a long, audacious three ball. Knocked down, in the first three-point bucket comes courtesy of Leandro Vildosa.
Made that.
And here's a tray miss for De Paula. And I think we have our analyst Andrew Hunt with us. Andrew.
Hey there, I heard it was a doubleheader. I needed snacks.
Oh yeah, you got to load up. What's the
Carb loading.
What's on the menu? What's on the menu?
We've got peach rings, and I've got some Muddy Buddies, but those are a little dusty, so I'm not sure if we're going to open those up. Not great around
Keep that
electronics.
off the microphone. Some
Correct.
pretty intense carbo loading, and Andrew Hunt, pleased to have you on the call here. Electric start in a great environment in Cordoba. Instituto and Franka going at it. Vildosa is stuffed by De Paula, out of bounds. And Andrew, any early observations?
Just getting started. We'll see here. I know I have some experience with Franka last year. I'm looking up their roster right now to see who's familiar. There's been quite a few changes in the first 2 or 3 games that I've seen here. So everybody that I remember from one team has now switched sides on me. I gotta check my squads.
Well, here goes the squad, and it's David Jackson, one of their returners, missing off the glass. Jackson, a returner, along with Jorginho De Paula, Didi Lozada. And here's a foul on Lugarini. The peach rings, they feel symbolic, sort of like a basketball rim, no?
Yeah, and chewy, like a good game. You got it.
Well, we'll chew
You
on
got to
that
get it
as
going to
Lugarini comes to
understand
the
all of
line.
it.
Wish you could share. Here's Bautista Lugarini. First free throw of the day, a miss. Lugarini, 23-year-old from Argentina. One of the returners. He's averaging 6 points a game. And he splits them. So Ferreira. Off to DePaula, who brings it up the court for Franka. Down low, little bully ball. And a miss for Hetzheimer. We'll stay on this end with Franka. Hetzheimer, 38 years old. 6'10", part of a really veteran team, Andrew. 42-year-old David Jackson, 38-year-old Hetzheimer. These guys have experience. Hetzheimer in the paint is stripped. And a foul call against Lugarini. First team foul on Instituto. And Hetzheimer to the stripe.
Yeah, regardless of age, Hetzheimer has what you can't teach, that height. He's a low down low.
Can teach free throws, though, and he misses his first.
So far this tournament, free throws haven't been great, so we'll see if, I hope that's not a trend. It doesn't make for very exciting basketball if we miss free throws.
Well, so far the teams combined 1 for 4 off a tip rebound. Hetzheimer misses the 3. Kamali the board. Leading by 4, here's Instituto. A 3 for Capello. Little strong offensive board. Second chance. Another 3. Another too strong, and Hetzheimer the rebound. Jackson down low. Feeding Ferreira. A little strong off the glass. And now in transition, here's Instituto throwing it away. That's been messy so far. Whole host of turnovers. Number 2 for Instituto. Another look at the swat. Nicola Pomoli on the block.
Yeah, great defense and patience there to help out on his teammate, but not draw the foul. Able to wait for that ball to go up and get released before he threw it away.
Head coach Lucas Victoriano leading his Instituto squad, looking to get out of group play for the first time since 2020. It's been a long drought for Instituto in the BCLA. And now we have a timeout on the floor. So still that feeling out process between two teams who really, Andrew, are not very familiar with each other, as Heleno Rubens and Lucas Victoriano start the timeouts. They haven't played since 2018, these two.
Interesting. That's at any level that we're aware of. They haven't played.
Not
Is that what you're
since
telling me?
2018. Yeah, Liga Sudamerica.
Same to me, and I couldn't compete at this level at all right now. Even I don't know if I could have in 2018. Maybe I could have come off the bench for a couple minutes. But yeah, that'll be interesting to see how they get that going. And you mentioned as well the start of a tournament like this, seeing everybody kind of getting used to things. The other thing is, I don't know that we're ever completely sure on some of the teams that we've had in previous nights here. The team has been together and had quite a few games in their regular season. One of the teams, I think, had 15 games. Keemsa, the home team, they've only played, I believe, 7 for their regional season. So chemistry can definitely be affected by this and hopefully get better as the tournament progresses.
They'll get better by the minute. Here's Pomoli at the right wing. Pomoli, little bounce that goes off a foot, Wesley Ferreira's foot. And 14 on the shot clock now for Instituto. Offense so far that hasn't been afraid to let it fly. Pomoli. Little reverse. Now it's Capello. Up top, Lugarini. Little step back, 3. Not even close. And board tip somehow back into Instituto hands, and Capello. Pretty fortuitous hop. Capello goes to work. Capello off the glass.
Good body control to take that second step, kind of the Euro. Gets the defender off balance and takes that right step at a kind of a slower pace to move him back. Now they get a quick turnover
the first
on
bucket for
defense.
Capello. Looking to turn defense into offense. Down low on the pick and roll. It's Javier Saiz for 2. Really well executed play.
Yeah, quality couple of possessions that beats swinging the ball and chucking it.
And then a foul. Nathan Fernandez was bullying in. Yeah, stark contrast so far. You mentioned sharing the basketball. Instituto has assists on 5 of their first 6 shots. Meanwhile, for Franka, 0 assists on just a couple of threes. As we watch the foul.
Now, I didn't catch the first possession for Franka, but I'm going to guess it was a low post up by Jackson. What do I get?
No,
am I right?
Couple threes.
Darn it.
Well, 3 from
he
Lozada,
will find that
3
block.
from Jackson.
He will find that block 2, 3, maybe even 4 times. That is definitely
Jackson,
something I remember from last year.
It's amazing. He's by far the elder statesman. 42 years old, more than double the age of some of the top young stars on the floor. And Lugarini with a nice spin move. And Instituto doubling up Franka.
I like what I'm seeing since the timeout.
And nice flow as these teams familiarize themselves with each other. Hinkle gets it to Corvalan. Corvalan, a drive, and left it short. No offensive rhythm for Franka.
Swing.
Up top, Pomoli. Saiz, long 2 off the glass. Timeout, Franka.
He didn't call that.
He didn't call bank, 2 points nonetheless, and Instituto is cruising so far. A timeout for Franka. So we step aside for a quick break. It's the Basketball Champions League Americas rolling along in Group D play. And back at the Basketball Champions League Americas, Sam Brief, Andrew Hunt. And Andrew, a smooth offensive start for Instituto. Moving the ball well and converting.
Correct. That's going to lead to a high field goal percentage you'll see in the stats. And potentially, if they can keep getting to the basket, they may get a couple of fouls on Franka. We'll see here. Something we overheard in the huddle.
To your point, they're shooting 57% from the floor. Franka just 2 of 12. So big difference between the two as Fernandez hits a 15-footer to end a drought.
Now you'll see they mentioned that in the huddle. Somebody said that on the ball screens that they're trapping, meaning Instituto on defense. So Fernandez there, once the trap came on his screen, he quickly popped. That looks like that's a shot he can take, which is not always something the big man can do, which makes it easier to trap those high pick and rolls. So if he can execute that shot, that's a strength to try to beat that trap.
Let's see how that looks here. Little give and go. The kick out. The captain off to Hinkle for 3. And he cuts the lead to 5. Charles Hinkle from downtown. Now here is a long 3. And it's good. How about the play so far with a couple threes? Leandro Vildosa.
That's a heck of an answer.
De Paula. Got double team. Now Hinkle. A heat check. Yes, sir.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Charles Hinkle, the 36-year-old, heating up. Costa. Double team. Passes out of it. Acuna misses his first shot of the day. And here comes Franka. They can hold for the final shot.
I'm finding Hinkle. Get Hinkle on that low block over there.
He's the hot hand. Let's see if they listen to you, Andrew. Fernandez on the drive, and he takes it to cut the lead to 3 as we come to the end of quarter 1. So, slow start, hot finish for Franka. It's the Basketball Champions League Americas, and we'll be back after this. And back in Cordoba, quarter 2 of the Group D matchup between Instituto and Franka. Sam Brief, Andrew Hunt with you on the call. And Andrew, it was a hot finish to that first quarter for the Brazilians.
Right, we saw 60% shooting. Was it a full 60? Pretty close.
A nice tip back for Acuna.
That's got to make it 60. That basket had to. I'm great at math, I promise.
I trust you. Here goes De Paula for three.
Oh.
And Franca's on a heater from downtown.
Yeah, no lack of
Shooting
scoring
it
in the last
at a
5 minutes.
45% clip. Up to Acuna with a nice touch pass.
Hey.
And the flush for Lee Aliyah. Aliyah, just 20 years old, one of the newcomers for Instituto, with his first bucket. Here's Cordovalan. Hinkle, nice pass. Fernandez keeps it alive. Jackson running out of time. Hinkle misses the three. And Instituto collects. Then a frustration foul, middle of the court. I think Fernandez intentionally fouled him.
Yeah, just trying to stop the break there. That was a great possession, even though they didn't get the basket. Well, I don't know. Maybe that was almost a clean play.
Yeah, a little swiping. Guerra directing traffic. A little swing pass into the corner. Three is up and strong as the rebound tips to Fernandez. Fernandez, nice dribble move, and then he's stuffed by Aliyah, but a late whistle. It looks like a foul against Instituto. Foul against Aliyah, that's his first. Let's watch it again.
You see here, he dribbles as if he's going to go to the dribble handoff to act as a bit of a screen to the right side, but then he just gets the nice crossover as he sees his defender playing, kind of overplaying a little bit, and a nice move to the rim. Good recovery by the defense. We just picked up the foul there. Probably, with how we're shooting free throws so far, I'm probably not too mad about a foul in this situation.
A good point. Although Fernandez has been perfect. Now 3 of 3 on the night. Coach Helinho Rubens watching on, looking to guide his team back to the promised land. They won this tournament and then the FIBA Intercontinental Cup in 2023. The title this year makes it 2 titles in 3 seasons. Poked away into the backcourt, and it's Franca ball. Last made contact with Monacci. Now they reverse course, though. Keep it here with Instituto. Monacci. The throw in. Negrete. Little razzle dazzle with 3 on the shot clock.
Traveling.
He is fouled. Nope, a travel. That's a mistake from a young player.
Yeah, he took that slow last Euro, but then his left foot kind of dragged. You can't do that. That's kind of been a popular move here lately, that slow last step to kind of let the defender go by.
And it bites Negrete. Hey, Franca could take the lead here with a 3 after a horrendous offensive start. Here they are. Jackson to Cordovalan and just running out of time. Just a lack of clock awareness there.
Yeah, they're kind of struggling right now against this defense. I think it'd be safe to say that Instituto is the younger team.
The average age of 26 for Instituto, 28 for Franca. And here goes the 23-year-old Aliyah. No good off the glass. The veteran Franca side takes over. Jackson to Hinkle. Hinkle, the drive, he's stripped. Out of bounds, and it's Instituto ball. 5 early turnovers for Franca. Only 2 for Instituto, playing by far the cleaner game. Here's Luciano Guerra. Negrete. Manacci, and a foul call against Franca. Closely watching the battle on the boards so far. +2 for Instituto. I figure that's a huge advantage for them tonight, Andrew. This is a much bigger team with a couple 6'10" guys down low in Saiz and Acuna.
Yeah, currently they're winning in the turnover battle, rebounding, not by a whole lot neither, but also field goal percentage. So as Franca, I'm pretty happy to be only down 2. Like I've still got a great chance. If I play just a little bit better in the second half than I did the first, I can stay in this game.
Franca was down by as much as 10 in the first quarter. They can tie it with a bucket, take the lead with a 3 now. Here is Jackson, a little trap. Corvalán, nice feed. And down low, a little short for Ferreira. Instituto back the other way. A little too wild. Nicola Pomoli just dribbled it straight out of bounds. Lack of execution here in transition. So Franca's turn now, and they cough it right back up. The 6th turnover. These have been backbreakers.
Yeah, Jackson drew the trap. Then he passed to, I didn't see who he had there in the corner, but they tried to go baseline. You're still kind of, you gotta remember, baseline, you've only got so much space, so we've always considered that a defender. The other thing is if you go baseline and stay in bounds, you start to approach the backboard, so now you've got another defender of sorts.
Right, that out-of-bounds line can always be your friend. And then weaving through, a miss for Negrete. Franca, back quick in transition. Hinkle, from the elbow, strong, rebound, Monacci. Instituto, they've held the lead for all but 30 seconds of this. And then they throw it right back away. A turnover plagued second quarter. And then Hinkle, no good off the glass. Ugly few minutes here as a foul is whistled against Instituto's Javier Saiz. And looks like Franca free throws are coming.
We had a good 5 minutes to end the first. And now the first 5 minutes of the second, a little more sloppy, quite a bit more turnovers, some fouls that you don't need to see, offensive rebounds. That takes
The
good
definition of slop. It was 21-18 Instituto at the end of the first. And that's only the 10th combined point of the second quarter as Didi Lozada is now at 4. Lozada, 25-year-old guard, Brazilian-born. One of the mainstays in the Franca backcourt. Makes it a tie game for the first time since the opening tip. Nice cut. Pass was a little long. And then Saiz able to clean up the mess. So Saiz has yet to miss. Phenomenal day for the big man. Now Outside, Lozada, the drive and the finish. Back to a tie as these two sides are starting to duel. Vildoza up top. Nice move. Vildoza the pass. Extra pass. Into the corner. It is a 3.
Yeah, great ball
and
movement to find the open
finish. Bautista Lugarini. And then a response right back. Franka not going anywhere. And dueling threes. Latest from Lozada. And then some issue with the clock. What's going on here? Oh, they're fixing the padding on the backboard fell off.
Yeah,
you ever
gotta
seen
watch
this?
your head over there. Oh, yeah.
Huh. Doesn't look like it's on too well. I guess good enough for now.
Oh, wow.
Long pass. Instituto was cherry picking. Why not?
Franka wasn't ready. I think they were having an impromptu timeout by their bench.
Heads up play by Instituto. Taking advantage. And then Hetzheimer goes diving. He was fouled.
Yeah, we'll see about
there
that.
were 3 Instituto players in that last play that were just waiting under the basket. Franka had no idea. All right, so now 10 on the shot clock for Jackson. Jackson at the baseline. Little kick. Ferreira. No good on the 3. And Instituto comes away with it. Pomoli. The kick. And a 3 in the corner. There's another one. This time it's Copello. And a timeout for Franka.
And they need to regroup. Have a bit of a strong finish here. See if we can tie this up before the end of the half.
We got 3:08 to go till halftime. Basketball Champions League America continues after this. And back for the final 3 of half 1. Sam Brief and Andrew Hunt with you on the call. Basketball Champions League Americas. And Instituto. Well, this is a really important 3 minutes, Andrew, for a Franka team that's looked a little discombobulated early on.
Right, they've been putting it together a little bit here in the last couple minutes. But the other teams definitely had the answer. As a goal coming into the half, or going into halftime, rather. I'm just hoping, like I said, to tie the game. Of course, if they can get up, they'll take it. But I'm happy being down this many points to tie.
Well, a couple buckets away from tying or even taking the lead. Franka going to work. Into the corner. Rocket pass to De Paula. He ran out of time. It's the second time we've seen them do just that. Instituto's turn. Pomoli. A miss, and Franka will take over at 2:34. Well, if you're just joining us here in Cordoba, Argentina, the home crowd for Instituto powering them so far to a 5-point lead in their 4th appearance in the Basketball Champions League Americas. It's Jackson off a screen. A 3-ball is off, rebound to Instituto. Big final 2 minutes here as Vildoza calls the shots. Lugarini. Vildoza with 8. Working off a screen. Bounce down low. Saiz stays perfect.
Just a terrible angle, but a great pass to get the ball down there for the lane.
Javier Saiz has yet to miss as a foul is issued to Instituto. Jorginho De Paula on the other end.
I feel like you almost had to put some English on that one to get down there at that angle in a position for big man to score.
It was a beautiful feed. And the passing has been so picture perfect for Instituto. How about 12 assists on 16 made baskets? They say sharing is caring, right?
Sharing is caring and possibly leads to winning. We'll see. We'll see if they keep it up and if that spells success.
That's been the case tonight. Instituto leading for all but 20 seconds tonight as the captain Jorginho De Paula hits the second. And a 2-possession game with 98 seconds to halftime. Well, Andrew, in your eyes, what has Instituto been operating the best in?
It's hard for me to pick between offense and defense. If you look at the amount of turnovers they've forced, creating other opportunities for them. We just talked about the amount of assists they've had, and they look pretty crisp on the offensive end of the floor. Definitely seems like they have more movement now. Referring to what I said earlier with Franka, having seen them play a little more last year, they are a team that will it's not necessarily that they don't pass the ball very well, but they'll get kind of some isolation situations. So that is kind of their game, or has been in the past. So it's not something that worries me too terribly, but definitely something that I think Instituto is doing better.
Bautista Lugarini, as you see on the screen, has been a force. 12 points on 5 of 7 shooting. 1 of 2 from beyond the arc. Meanwhile, for Franka, it's been a 3-point shooting type of night. 6 of their 9 field goals have been trays. 2 from Charles Hinkle, 2 from Didi Lozada, and also 1 each from David Jackson and Jorginho De Paula. All right, 1:38 left in the first half. First meeting between these two in 6 years, as a kickball will bring us another throw-in. Beginning Group D action tonight in Cordoba. Final few possessions of the first half. Start with a beauty. Aliyah was fouled going up. Guilty party, Wesley Ferreira.
Aliyah was posted up there on what we call the dunk block. Your opposite side of the ball, you kind of straddle what we call the block. That's, if you look at the free throw lane, in the international game, it doesn't look as much like a block, but it's that bigger rectangle there. So he straddles that, waits for the pass, and now he's got that left foot planted to go up strong and go for the dunk. In this case, gets fouled. Now he's at the line.
And the young man misses the first. First free throw missed for Instituto. Been a nice 6 minutes for Lia. 3 points and a great defensive impact for the 20-year-old. Is coach pleased with the free throw? So now time for Franka to try and rein him in as half one winds down. De Paula down low. Hinkle doesn't have the finish. And Instituto back with a charge. Pomoli.
Bring this
Capello
out.
is stripped right away. No chance to listen to you.
They started to.
Corbalan. Nice ball movement, and then a foul against Leah again. This time it'll send Hetzheimer to the line.
Franka heard me say that they play more of an isolation, and they said, you know what? Watch this.
Suddenly bouncing the ball around as Hetzheimer comes to the line. Ageless Wonder at 38 hits the first. Very well decorated player. Gold medal in the 2015 Pan American Games, 2005 FIBA AmeriCup. He has been around. Splitting the free throws. What might be the final Instituto possession of the first half. Vildoza against Hinkle. Off a screen. Vildoza, the scoop. And it rebound tips out to Franka. Here they come. 5-second differential between shot and game clock. Down low to the big man, Hetzheimer, bullying his way in and rattles it home to cut the deficit to 4. Raphael Hetzheimer, MVP of this tournament 3 years ago. He looks just in a moment.
Cope de este lado para su mano izquierda. Alex para este lado para su mano derecha. Sube Nico si no hay nada. Sube Nico acá si no hay nada. Si le damos a Nico y pueden romper con recién, seamos agresivos, ¿está bien? Pero con cabeza quedan 12 segundos. Y este es Javi. Cuando nos acomodamos hacemos así. Si decide Cope empujando todo para otro lado, hay que va a claro. ¿Pero qué? Escuchen, 12 segundos. Escuchen. El final, pueden que haga foul por eso. Mirá. Alex, mano derecha. Javi viene con un bloqueo, o así al revés, y te venís, que vaya para la mano derecha para la falta. Si es Cope, al revés. Falso. Hey.
So 11.7, time for one more possession. Anything specific you want to see here from Instituto?
I think they're just looking for an open look. They're going to get some pressure here. Yeah, this looks pretty good.
And Negrete flies in for the deuce. And the clock winds us to halftime. What a finish to an Instituto-dominated first half. Led this thing for all but 20 seconds. So, Instituto, hoping to get out of group play for the first time in 4 years. Off to a nice start as we come to halftime. And we will talk to you in a bit for the third quarter between Franka and Instituto. So Instituto's lead cut to 4 with another shot from Charles Hinkle. Here comes Capello with a nice bounce down low, and a foul is going to go against Franka. Well, Franka's had some flashes today, notably just so efficient behind the arc. 8 for 19, good for 42%. But they have only led for just over 20 seconds of this game, as Instituto will throw it in.
Yeah, that accuracy behind the line is really what's keeping them in the game.
Franca has hit 8 threes. Instituto with just 4. Two minutes into the third quarter, here comes the throw-in. So Jackson brings it up now for Franca. 2.5 minutes into the second half. Looking to pierce into this Instituto lead. Jackson into the corner now for Lozada. A little shimmy, and Lozada with the fadeaway shot.
That was pretty.
D.D. Lozada now with the game-high 13. Little shake and bake move looked nice. Kick out, Capello, 3-ball. And Franca can take the lead with a 3. Drive and kick. Lozada stays hot. Franca takes the lead. And a foul is whistled against Franca. Andrew, what has Franca done to take this game back over?
Well, just like what I had said in the first half, they knew that they would likely play better in the second. So going in with a 6-point deficit, not too bad for you. And they've come out and just continued to shoot kind of what they were starting to shoot at the end of the first half. They've kept it going, and now they'll have another possession here where they stop the other team from scoring one more time.
It's Lozada again from downtown. This is D.D. Lozada's world, and we're all just living in it.
Yeah, not much to analyze here. They're just shooting the lights out at the moment.
And a bump and a foul is whistled against Jackson. Well, D.D. Lozada scored the first bucket of the game, and right now, Andrew, there is no stopping him. He's hit 5 threes in the ball game.
Yeah, I feel like when you make a shot like he made 2 or 3 shots ago there from the free throw line there, the kind of fadeaway turnaround, and that was silky. You get some confidence to make some other shots. He hits the corner 3, and then really not great defense, not guarding him as he dribbled the ball up. He had a pretty wide open look a little bit behind the line on the left side.
Hinkle's going to take a seat after his second foul. And a second half that has been owned by Lozada as Negrete goes to the line.
Yeah, if you add that up, he scored 8 points here in the last 1 to 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, D.D. Lozada, one of the stars of Brazilian basketball right now. 25-year-old who's had a bit of NBA experience, played down in Australia, and has been an all-star in the Brazilian NBB. But now he is showing off in the Basketball Champions League Americas. Jackson into the post, 4-2. Franka dominating this third quarter. And timeout called. I think an Instituto player was tying his shoe.
Jackson is a solid, efficient guy. You see that floater all net. He's just got some, pretty basic shots that he gets, but he knows how to get to the spots to get those shots, and he capitalizes when he has them.
And then a Franka steal. And Franka is commanding the third quarter, a 16-5 run since we opened the third. Just sensational. Here they go again. De Paula to Lozada. And
Beautiful.
he's at 21 points now. Timeout Instituto as D.D. Lozada has started the second half with a bang. We're back after this.
You should say a prayer, ain't nobody praying for you. Cause if I want it, then it's mine, that's what I'm saying to you. If it ain't hard, you better leave. You try and cross me, then you dead to me. Cause I'm in the business of making enemies. And there's a good chance that you may never leave. You feeling comfortable, you should never be. Cause I bring the pain if we should ever meet. Tonight, you should really find a lifeline. Outlaws come alive in the nighttime.
Pero vamos a levantar el sur también.
A big
Yeah,
run
that's
stopping
much better
bucket.
to start here.
Yeah, Tomas Monacci, 27-year-old newcomer with a big bucket to stop the bleeding. Now a three that falls for De Paula.
Raining in the
Since we
threes.
started the third quarter, it's a 21-7 run for Franka. And then the response. Leandro Fildoza has not missed tonight. Little dump off down low and foul goes against Instituto, and Fildoza looks a bit befuddled.
That's a situation where you just let the offensive player get too deep. There in the paint, there's not much choice left.
Well, Andrew, how about D.D. Lozada? 21 points in 21 minutes. 5 of 8 from downtown, and almost all of it coming in the last 7 minutes.
Yeah, that's something he's definitely capable of doing, taking a game over.
And an offensive foul is whistled against Franka. And Nathan Fernandez can't believe it. Little stank eye for the official, and it's Instituto ball. Now a discussion between Vildoza and the official. Well, folks, if you're just joining us, Instituto led for all but 20 seconds of the first half, and took just a couple of minutes, a heater from Lozada, to turn this game around. Now trailing by 5, here's Instituto, and Negrete gets it up top. Little give and go to Vildoza. Vildoza, the teardrop, and it falls into the hands of Franka. Now, Lozada. A little 20-footer misses, rebound ripped by Negrete. Negrete working up top. Lugarini powers to the hoop, and he was fouled.
Late whistle.
That's a tough one against David Jackson. It'll send Bautista Lugarini to the line. And Guerra comes back in. Well, Lugarini, 12 points on nearly perfect shooting in the first half, has yet to score in half 2. An opportunity for him here on his home floor, in front of his home crowd. Stays cold.
Burr.
Burr indeed.
Did somebody open a door? Is there a draft in here?
And hoping for some heat, Lugarini warms us all up. So it's a 4-point game now with the Instituto faithful watching on. Down low. It's Ferreira. Gets double teamed with 3 on the shot clock. One more pass.
Great kick
At
out.
the buzzer, it's in and out.
That's a great look.
Franka
Those are the kind of
continues to
possessions.
milk.
Yeah, those possessions, even if I miss the basket, make me feel like I'm in a good rhythm. And so I don't mind a couple misses if I can keep moving the ball like that.
Lugarini. No rhythm there for Instituto. And here comes Franka.
They had numbers. Now they got to slow it down.
It's Jackson piercing the paint. And Fernandez, extra step, travel. Easy call.
Yeah, it looks like we had a little bit of a turning of the tables there. We were used to seeing Franka 2 or 3 times getting deep into the shot clock and having to hoist it. And that last possession, they held the defense down there.
Negrete from 18. And man, Instituto can get nothing in this third quarter. Just 11 points as De Paula's fouled. And the captain, Giorgino De Paula, next up to the charity stripe. Well, if you're just tuning in, it was 41-35 Instituto with the halftime lead, but an absolute heater from Franca's Lozada has turned this one upside down. And both teams in their first matchup of this year's BCL Americas fighting hard as De Paula hits it. Giorgino De Paula, who this year's scoring 14.5 points a game, 9 boards a game in the Brazilian NBB, has been a force today for Franka. Helped power them to the NBB title last year. Come into the BCLA, though, just 7th place in their own country. So looking to get off a schneid here in Cordoba. Down low, there's a nice finish for Guerra.
Yeah, the way both teams are playing, it feels like this one's going to come down to the wire. I think we got a barn burner on our hands.
4-point game, Jackson.
Which, of course, now that I've
Barns are
said
burning.
that, you know, somebody will win by 15.
Here's Cordovalan, no good. And there was a foul called down low. Might go against the young Ilea, who has already been whistled for 2. What did we see here?
Yeah, I'd say that's a foul. Looks like a pretty easy one to call. If he just stays
19-year-old.
straight up on that, he's good.
And Facundo Cordovalan with the miss. Facundo Cordovalan is actually Franca's only Argentinian-born player, so he's back in his home nation, playing for the Brazilian side as he splits the free throws. And a 5-point game coming down the wire in quarter 3. Here is Didi Lozada back in the game after a monster start to the quarter. And full court pressure here for Franka. And then they lay off. Guerra, a 3-ball that is strong, goes to Costa. 10-second differential, plenty of time for Franka. Lozada, they're playing him tight. Lozada, a 3, sinks! Can anyone stop him?
Wow.
And a steal and a bucket, stolen right back by Cordovalan. A dream sequence for Franka. And now one last gasp in the third. Negrete.
Nice.
A rattler to go. It's an 8-point game. After 3, the story of the night, Didi Lozada, 24 points, and a 10-point lead for Franka as we come into the 4th.
Yeah, what a flip.
And we will be back. Back for the 4th quarter, Franka and Instituto going at it in the BCLA Group D. Sam Brief, Andrew Hunt with you. And Andrew, this game has turned into the Didi Lozada show. 24 points.
Yeah, showing he's capable of really flipping a game like this. And almost everything that we saw in the first half is flipped to the other team at this point.
Franka was down 6 at halftime and now up by 8 thanks to the man who just touched it, Didi Lozada, former NBA player, an Australian Basketball League star, and now just dominating tonight in Cordoba. Cordovalan, a 3-ball. Franca stays hot from downtown. And then a whistle and a foul against Franca. So some of the numbers tonight are just tremendous. Franca has hit 12 three-pointers. So accounting for 36 of their 66 points, all from behind the arc. It's been a show.
Yeah, if you shoot threes at that volume and that percentage, it's going to be difficult to beat you. We had this discussion last night, me and Carlin, with the fact that that three-point shot is really at a premium these days, which doesn't always make for exciting basketball, but tonight would be the exception. When they're missing, it's not fun to watch. When they're making it, very exciting.
And tonight, both teams have shot really well. I mean, Franca, 12 of 24, 50% from three. And Instituto, not at quite so high a volume, but still they've hit 5 3-pointers, just north of 33%.
Yeah, percentage-wise, this is easily the best. This is the best dual shooting effort we've seen so far. This being our 4th game.
And later in the nightcap, we'll have Minas against Kimsa in Group C action. They're calling Group C the Group of Death. Any bones to chew on for the nightcap?
The Group of Death. Well, Kimsa could be viewing their end if they can't get things together here. They haven't had a very tremendous showing so far.
A long three for Capello.
The shooting continues. Yeah, I definitely would say. Definitely think Minas is the favorite, at least in my book, to win tonight. But Kimsa is on their home floor, so we'll see. I don't expect them to lay down.
That game will tip off about a half hour after this one. On the drive, Cordovalan off the glass. Lead balloons back out to 9. Cordovalan has had a nice second half. Playing back in his home country, the only Argentinian player on the Franca roster. A fall-away shot for Capello, his second in a row. And Nicolas Capello looking to keep Instituto in it. They were up 6 at half. Now they're down 7. Here's Lozada. We haven't seen him miss in ages, and he's fouled. Right at half court by Monacci, who seems to be quite upset with it. One more look. Agree with the call?
Well, when you reach for the ball like that, it kind of opens you up. So I don't know that I agree that that was a foul necessarily, but as a player, you just have to know that when you swipe at the ball like that, especially in a downward motion, it can resemble a foul.
And a swipe or no swiping. There's the 3 miss for De Paula. Instituto needs to rekindle some of their efficiency as Pomoli is fouled. The first half was so efficient for Instituto. Assists on almost every bucket. But that third quarter, things just turned. Of course, Lozada was so sensational, but these fans didn't seem any different to it. So Nicola Pomoli to the line, the Uruguayan-born returner, is strong on the first, and Andrew, those missed free throws will not help.
Yeah, 2 of the biggest things in a game free throws or missed free throws and turnovers, things that should be relatively easy to prevent. Maybe you take 6 threes a night. Some nights you make 50%. Sometimes you only make one. That can happen pretty consistently, but turnovers and free throws are a pretty easy thing to correct. So it really hurts when you don't do well in either category.
Oh yeah, and Instituto has shot just 5 of 10 from the line tonight. A 3 is good. Lead is out to 10 with a big-time dagger for Cordovalan. Instituto hunting for answers. Capello the drive, and he was fouled.
Oh.
Now you need to hit some free throws. Ferreira unhappy with the call.
Yeah, bad foul. Franka wants the game to keep going right now. They don't want stoppage of play. They have the momentum, so keep it going. Clock is their friend.
Nicola Pomoli, after missing his last 2, finally tickles the bottom of the net. Lucas Victoriano watching on as his team has just fizzled. Minus 15 in the second half. Pomoli leaving more points at the line as a frustration foul goes against Instituto. Vildoza called for it. Meanwhile, Franca, 3-point barrage in the second half to take this lead, which sits at a commanding 9 points. And powering up the floor.
Oh, nobody's home.
Cordovalan to the hoop.
That's the danger of a press at this level. If you don't have enough people to guard the paint and somebody breaks your pressure, it's all the way to the cup.
Facundo Cordovalan, sensational as the answer comes right back, courtesy of Capello. Here's De Paula now, muscling inside.
Ooh.
Does it feel like Franca's a little too rushed? And you mentioned the clock. It should be their friend right now.
Well, that's what the press is hoping to do here against them, is rush them into a bad shot. They've got to be the veteran team that they are and just get the ball up. I like that one. The behind-the-head pass, a little bit fancy, got deflected, but now they'll have a underneath out of bounds to see what they can do.
Some action in the corner, and I think they're just going to say Cordovalan stepped out. It's a
Probably not how they drew
9-point
that one up.
game at the 5:25 mark. Who can Instituto turn to? Capello has been dominating this fourth. A lob down low. Saiz can't finish, but a put-back dunk. Lee Aliyah for the flush. So halfway through the fourth, it's to the block. It's to De Paula, and he comes short. This might be Instituto's moment. Capello.
Good idea.
Weaving back out. Capello on the attack, and he was fouled. So back to the stripe goes Nicolas Copello.
You're hearing it from the crowd now.
Looks like a timeout. So we're under 5 to go in the fourth. Momentum swings back and forth, back and forth. We'll have the home stretch when we come back.
Nós vamos fazer o próximo ataque. A orelha, só para gerar a troca. Recebe mais do meio, bate para gerar a troca. Nós vamos com o Natan lá, no lugar do Wesley. Natan rola. Centraliza, passa, pra gente ter o ataque aqui 1 contra 1, com o Paco, Jorge ou David. Certo? Nós notamos isso.
So if I'm reading the board correctly, what we're going to look to do is somebody on the right wing is going to run through. My guess is that's going to be Jackson. He's going to run through to the corner. They're looking to potentially get somebody at the high post area, the elbow. I'm guessing they want some two-man action with that man right there, Didi Lozada.
And coming out of the timeout, Capello hits the first free throw. Well, Andrew, you mentioned Didi Lozada. Yeah, it'd be no shocker to see them go to him. Lozada, 24 points tonight on 6 of 9 shooting from beyond the arc. Couple big free throws for Capello. And Lucas Victoriano hoping his team can own the final 4:30. It was a disaster third quarter to turn an Instituto 6-point lead into the deficit you see now. Franca leading. Corvalan with 5. It's a long 3 that isn't even close for De Paula. And here comes Instituto.
Knock, knock. Nobody home.
No one at all, as it's an offensive foul against Instituto.
That's veteran stuff
That's
by
a tough
Jackson.
call.
He's getting into a wrestling match down there, away from the ball, just gets the possession back.
And now let's see if Franca can take advantage. Here's Jackson, the 42-year-old American. Behind the back, De Paula with 5 seconds. De Paula, long step back 3, and he's missed 2 in a row. The window is open for Instituto.
Yeah, they could really gain some momentum here. This is a good move. Get down low. Yep, that's an easy foul.
Little swipe. The big man, Javier Saiz, will head to the line. And free throws, as Andrew mentioned, so important. Already, Instituto's left 6 points at the line tonight.
Ooh. I didn't like
7.
that. I didn't like that from before he shot it.
Ugh. First attempt of the night for Saiz. It's an ugly release. Gets this one in, willing it to the bottom of the net. 4-point game. Trapped in the corner, and the foul call. So Instituto coming out with the full court pressure, but a little too aggressive there.
Yeah, we'll see
Another
here
angle.
what we got.
Just a mess of bodies.
Yeah,
So
the big man
Saiz
did have
was
his
called for
leg
the
out there.
foul.
Yeah, if it's a foul, it would definitely be on him. Yeah, I think he needed to step to the line a little bit quicker than he did, being the
So he's at
baseline on
4
that
fouls.
trap.
If you're new to FIBA basketball, 5 is the limit. So 5 fouls you out, just like American college basketball. NBA plays with 6. Here's Jackson. Working on Saiz. Back to Jackson. Over
Nice
Saiz.
pass.
And in. Big shot for David Jackson.
That was what I was talking about earlier. Nothing fancy that he does there. Just kind of sticks his hip over and shifts his body to where he can make space over the big man to get the ball up and in.
And Saiz was stripped. It'll stay on this end with 9 on the shot clock. Another timeout here. 2:39 to go, fourth quarter. And a massive opening tilt between Instituto and Franca is coming down the wire. Back in a moment.
Vamos ahí, pero abrite. Abrite. López sale por acá. Para. Perdóname. Este es Javi que juega en primero y este Lee. ¿Está bien? López sale por acá. Si vos lees que cambiaron, llévatelo y Lee hace así. ¿Está bien? Por eso se va. Si no, vamos con Javi, Juan. Atrás, escuchen, atrás metieron una de pedo, pero las últimas 4 estuvo buenísimas. Las últimas 4 estuvo buenísimas. 8, no tengan miedo. Queda un montón, tranquilo. Vamos.
Back for the home stretch of Group D opening action. Instituto and Franca have traded blows. First half owned by Instituto, second half by Franca. Expectations for the final 2 minutes, Andrew?
Oops, sorry about that. Well, I expect to see more 3 points. I think we need to see Didi Lozada. We've kind of gone away from that here lately for Franca. Of course, Jackson has done a pretty good job, but I think we'll see either of those two probably with the ball in their hands to finish out the game. They're still playing ahead with the clock, so even though the lead is down, there's not as much time left either, so they kind of go hand in hand.
Capello misses a big step back three. And now, as you've alluded to, Andrew, time is the friend of Franca. It's De Paula with it. Letting that shot clock get milked. De Paula plunging in. Using all of the time, all the way to a violation. I guess it's not all bad. You use every second possible of the clock.
Yeah, you're not wrong. At least I took as much time as possible, even though I didn't get a point. You can see Jackson pretty frustrated. I mean, he could have just kind of thrown up a little float or something that could have gotten on the rim that maybe they had a chance in an offensive rebound, or maybe it goes in.
Under 2 to go. First matchup between these rivals in 6 years. Coming down to the final few possessions. This is a big one as Franca had a foul to give and David Jackson uses it. Well, it'll send Capello to the free throw line, and this is where your free throws become crucial. Instituto has left 7 points at the line tonight. Big one, cuts it to 5. And Capello's at 16 points.
A make here. You only need two two-pointers to tie the game.
And there we go. A team that led by 6 at the half, down 4 and badly in need of a stop. Coming out with the pressure, David Jackson takes it up the floor. De Paula, the step through. A 3 for Lozada, misses. His first 3-point miss of the second half, coming at a tough time.
All right, you don't need to rush here. You want a good look at the basket. You'll take a 3 if you've got an open look. That's where I like, right here on the post. Oh, no.
And then Stais throws it away. That is a back-breaking turnover.
It was the right move. He's got the double coming. He's just got to complete that pass. And I didn't really view, I don't know if there was another pass maybe to the corner. That's usually where I like to look if I have the double team, but I imagine the double team was coming from the wing there on his side, so probably the right place to go with it, just nobody home.
So frustrating, the 12th turnover for Instituto at an inauspicious time. Jackson looking for a dagger. Jackson drives in. Jackson, the beautiful finish. With his left hand, it's David Jackson with a massive deuce. So a pretty move puts Instituto in a position now, Andrew, where it is bucket or bust.
Yeah, you got to think they probably want to look at a 3 and probably need to foul right away once they've gotten a basket or even if they miss.
Scoring is urgent, and Vildoza heaves one in off the glass.
I don't know. Are they going to play this one out? They get another possession if they let it go through.
Down 3, no need to foul. So here's
I still might. I mean, this might work out. The Paula needs to get rid of the ball.
Franka runs out of time. That's the second shot clock violation in these final 2 minutes.
You've just seen 3 plays here in the last 2 minutes where he's just been very indecisive with the ball. I can't explain it. You see Jackson there talking to him. You got to give that ball up. Or make a decision, one or the other.
Melting down the stretch. And suddenly Instituto ties it with a 3. Here comes Leandro Vildoza. Down low. And a miss. That would have been an and one opportunity had it fallen. But it sends Tomas Monacci to the line for crucial free throws.
And this is the thing. I had this same debate with myself in the Group C game where Kimsa ended up losing to Bigua the other night. I believe that would have been Thursday. They had 26 seconds left. The other team had the ball. They didn't foul. They were down 2, and so they basically had, I think they ended up with 6 seconds to try to make a shot to tie or win the game. Similar scenario, not quite the same, but similar with that last possession. Now, Franka, ended up turning the ball over. Yeah, they turned that ball over, and now you're at the line where you can potentially make 2, but now you're still down 1, and the other team just has to run 10 seconds off the clock to win. So I kind of think I'm still a fan of having more possessions. Nice.
And that helps. It's a 1-point game as Franka calls time and Helinho Rubens has to draw something up here. Anything specific you go for here if you're Coach Rubens?
All I'm doing is trying to hold the ball. I've got to think now that you're going to get fouled. So you'd like to draw something up to get your best free throw shooter on the line. I think you want Didi Lozada with the ball, him or Jackson. And then, yeah, like I said, all you need to do is hold the ball or get it to somebody that can shoot free throws. Because the other team likely going to foul now because even if you make both shots, they're only down 3. If they can take 1 or 2 seconds off the clock, they have enough time to get the ball up the floor and shoot a 3. And you can see here, coach is drawing something up to try to break whatever pressure they might have. Now, if he's a gambling man, maybe he tries to go for a home run pass where they actually go and get a basket. But I think he's just trying to get, like I said, anytime I'm in this situation, I'm drawing up a play where my number 1 free throw shooter is the first option, my number 2 free throw shooter is the second option, and then the third option is get the ball in so we don't turn it over.
If you're just tuning in, Didi Lozada, who Andrew just mentioned, the Franca star, had 16 points in the third quarter. Just a massive outburst. And then no points in the fourth. So we've seen Instituto really clamp down on him, and Lozada's faded. As a result, Instituto's clawed back into this, and in front of their home crowd, a raucous crowd of supporters in Cordoba. Instituto has stormed back to within 1. We'll expect a relatively quick foul here, as Facundo Corvalan will throw it in. BCLA starting out with a bang as Corvalan looks and gets it up top. Quick foul on David Jackson. And the veteran American, who has yet to attempt a free throw tonight, is off to the line.
That's good execution. I got to think that Jackson is the guy they want on the line, even if he hasn't shot. And like I said, you've still got 9.3 seconds now. A miss, you need a 2 to win. 1 make, you need a 2 to tie. Both makes, you get a 3 to tie the ball game. So
Jackson stays cool. The 42-year-old is a smooth customer at the free throw line.
Yeah, now what you want to do...
Nino Rubens watching on as his team looks for 2 BCLA titles in 3 years. You want to start out on the right note. And on the road, Jackson hits them both. One more timeout for Instituto, and I would imagine now, Andrew, it's 3-point or bust.
Yep, you want to take a look at a 3-point shot. If you get a rebound, you've got at least two looks at a shot here, assuming you can get the ball up. On the other side, Franca, they want to make sure that they hassle whoever the ball handler is to take off as many seconds as they can in the backcourt. I don't know if I go full-on pressure here because I don't want to get beat up the floor, but I want at least one person to hassle the ball.
Coach Rubens setting up the defense. And, you know, when you think about shooting, especially 3-point shooting, it's such a rhythm thing. So you look at who is hot right now for Instituto, and it really starts with the young point guard, Leandro Vildosa. 4 for 4 tonight from behind the arc. Nicolas Capello, 2 for 6. Bautista Lugarini has hit 1, and that's about it for an Instituto team that just hasn't gotten too much of a rhythm from downtown. Clipboards will turn into reality in a moment.
I'm putting my money just a hunch. I don't think this is necessarily what they're going to draw up, but I think Minacci might be the one that ends up with a look at a shot here. He's pulling out a thin.
Attempt a 3.
There he is.
4 points tonight for 27-year-old newcomer. He's on the floor. And the throw-in will come from Vildosa.
You always want to watch the inbound.
More than enough time. No need to rush here for Instituto. Capello with a really awkward shot. Jackson the board and the foul. That cannot be even close to what Lucas Victoriano wanted. Just a train wreck of a possession.
Yeah, I'm without words at the moment. I kind of want to watch it again to see. I mean, he pleaded for a foul, so I guess maybe he was, you know, anybody watching knows. Yeah, if you're trying to shoot a runner 3, or let me rephrase this. If you're on defense and the other team can't win with a 3, they can only tie you with a 3, and they're shooting a runner, yeah, I'm letting you have that. I don't care if you're Steph Curry. I'm letting you have that.
Absolutely brutal. And Jackson puts the nail in Instituto. Down 5, that will do it. And on their home floor, Instituto fizzles. The Didi Lozada show wins it for Franca as they open Group D play with a tremendous close. Late game execution for Franca, check. For Instituto, back to the drawing board. And behind a game-high 24 points from Lozada. Franka's fired up. This was a tremendous close, Andrew.
Right. They started out a little sluggish, but excellent execution in the second half. And if I recall, I feel like they were kind of a second-half team in last year's tournament as well. So same old, nothing changes but the shoots.
As with anything in life, not how you start, how you finish. And on their rivals' home floor, Franka with the victory to open Group D play. In 30 minutes, we'll have tip-off between Minas and Kimsa. But for now, Andrew Hunt, Sam Brief, bidding you adieu. Final score, 81-76, the victory for Franka. Have a great rest of your evening.